What's up guys, Amage's back, and today we're back with Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. In the last episode we finished all of the police cases, so today we can continue with the main story. Let's do a main story, a mother's love. So I just had a flash of a memory, a policeman in front of our manor, but what was he doing there? Stonewood Manor must be located in Grand Surrey. I also had a glimpse of a bridge and a church on the hill. The manor must be somewhere nearby, so we will look for this now. A bridge and a church on a hill. Let's check. Let's place this on the map. So this needs to be in Grand Surrey. A bridge is here. This looks rather big, right? I guess. You know what, I would go here, to be honest, so I will now fast travel to this point, and when we cross there, I think that makes sense. Could that be it already? Kinda looks similar, so I think this might be it. As she said something of a, he said something of a bridge nearby. I thought as much. Stonewood Manor. There it is, and there's John already.
Sherry, there's post here, and it seems as if the letter was delivered recently.
Is that so? My brother Mycroft's letter. Sherlock, I hope this letter does not reach you. For it would mean you have committed to your absurd flight of fancy. The past is the past. To expend any more time and energy retreating one step is at best childish indulgence and at worst pathological weakness. Consumption is an ugly end, and you were better off for not witnessing it, despite all your protestations. One presumes by now you have visited our mother's final resting place. I trust this has satisfied your impetuous impulses and frees you to return to London at once. It is time to turn your back on what was and help to shape what could be. The nation needs you, Mycroft.
After reading that, I am even less eager to return home than before.
I can imagine.
That's the Mycroft.
Oh.
There she is. Our old manor. It's smaller than I remember.
You were a couple of feet shorter back then, Sherry. Or maybe it's bigger on the inside.
Possible. Okay, and we have to wear something else after this. After we finalize this mission here. I think I will keep... Okay, this is already activated. I think I will keep John's outfit as I really like it by now, to be honest.
Look at the ash all over the door.
But Sherlock,
I
no.
don't recall hearing of a fire.
We don't have to stay here. You can afford another night or two at the hotel.
It's stuck.
Oh well, let's just head back. They probably haven't even stripped our room yet.
Come on. Must be locked.
Move aside. Let me have a go. Seems fine to me, Sherry. This barrier, perhaps it's mental, not physical.
Or perhaps the rest of us are simply constrained by reality, John. I wonder if there's a key secreted somewhere in the garden.
Take a look around, Sherlock. I'm sure you'll discover something.
Oh. The bees have arrived. That is cool. That is really cool. Did Placido really deliver them? The fuck is this?
An irreplaceable tool for catching a thief. I did not expect these to still be here. It was enjoyable to practice using real handcuffs to make an arrest.
I bet.
And this must be the reason our suspect was apprehended. Wood and glass, very precious.
Hey, that's Wooden Joe. He was always the best at playing criminals.
Funny. Wooden Joe reminds me of the trouble we once got in with the police. Do you remember, John?
Somewhat. Maybe we can recall more details.
Remembering my past. Do I have to... Come on, do I have to pin something else? Yes, I have to pin this. Nope, not place on map. Don't place it on map. Pin it. John suggested I try to remember the full story about the policeman in front of our manor. So, what do we have here? The policeman.
The policeman brought us both home, John. That's why he was here.
I'm pretty sure he brought something else with him too. Do you remember what it was? I bet it was our reward.
No, we were not so lucky. It was a set of lockpicks that we had used to sneak into someone's house. That's why we were arrested.
Did someone come out to investigate all the commotion?
Adult male. Family member.
It was Mycroft. He smoothed things over and convinced the policeman not to press charges. The officer left and never returned. But we had to endure a serious talking to from my brother.
I bet. And deserved, probably. Mycroft wasn't happy.
Mycroft wasn't happy about the fact that we were arrested. It felt like he lectured us for hours.
Did we give him something afterwards, Sherry?
Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. It was a letter. That's why we snuck into the house. Mycroft asked us to. He wasn't angry we stole, but that we got caught.
Oh, that's right. It must have been only a couple of months after we moved to Cordona. Ugh, the good old days. Whoa.
How very odd. It appears that memory stood between me and the manor. It's as if my mind palace had seeped into the real world. This deserves further investigation. Perhaps there's more to discover inside.
As long as there is a comfortable place to put my feet up, I'll be happy. Maybe a chaise longue.
Aha! In we go.
The failed arrest. Something new for the casebook? Nope. Not really. Shattered memory. What does this mean again? I always forget this shit. Search for location. Okay. But we are in the location, so looks good. Now let's look around.
Home, Sherry.
Auction notification. We have been instructed that a public auction will take place on 20th July at Stonewood Manor. All lots have been selected from the finest pieces of property owned by the Holmes family and have been evaluated by experts. Their authenticity is confirmed.
And I was wondering why it's so empty in here.
Tale of the
There
empty
may be
house.
a small chance that some of our property could be found among local traders' wares. It is worth a look, wouldn't you say?
Find furniture traders across the island to acquire items for your manor. Their stock updates frequently, so keep an eye on the map for notifications of new deliveries. Okay. This is something that we can definitely do. But for now, I will stay right here.
This is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it? Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it?
So he will live now in here, right? This will be our main house. News of Violet's death. 10th April 1869. Tragedy at Stonewood Manor. Mrs. Violet Holmes, widow of Seeger Morland Holmes, died unexpectedly in her home yesterday, on the April 9th. She is survived by her two sons, aged 20 and 10, though it is unclear if they will remain in Stonewood Manor. Miss Holmes purchased the property only a year ago. Despite her feeble construction of body so ravaged by consumption, Mrs. Holmes was quickly welcomed into Cardona's elite. In her high vocation she had, in addition to the deep intuitions of a gifted woman, the strength of a man, the conscientiousness of a saint, and the wit of a satirist. A specialist in ancient objects, she became the authority on authenticity. Holy fucking hell. Police conducted an investigation upon arrival at the manor, but have not released further details. The cause of her death is unknown. Why is this written like this?
Day, but no one can tell us the details. How can that be?
Agreed. It's rather suspicious.
It is. Alright, let me... Clothing trader, yeah. Okay. No, this is... Okay, no, we need other traders, probably. Let's look inside first, before we head outside again.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
Okay, but first we have to find a little bit. Okay. Got it. So we need to unlock this house part by part, right? By finding memories and probably this stuff from the traders, I guess.
I heard footsteps upstairs a second ago. Wait, do we have an attic here? I heard footsteps upstairs a second ago. Wait, do we have an attic here?
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it. Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
Okay, we cannot investigate here further right now. Or maybe I've overlooked something?
I remember how
Ooh.
angry Mycroft was about these marks. He called it a frivolous, childish endeavor.
Okay, so I guess there's still more stuff to find, as I cannot believe that we now need to find traders to continue this whole story. Can I look at this? I mean, seriously?
I remember how angry Mycroft was about these marks. He called it a frivolous, childish endeavor. Mycroft's umbrella, the only outgoing thing in his wardrobe.
Another memory incoming, Sherry.
Strange. I struggle to recall
Arriving
anything
at
about the day we
Cordona.
moved in. The only detail I'm sure of is that it was raining early that morning.
Ooh.
Our mother brought a slew of belongings with her. She refused to leave a single thing in London. Mycroft had to spend the whole day dealing with it. There was always a hat on our stand, but I'm sure it did not belong to Mycroft. This trip was a challenge for our mother. I tried to help her.
Do you feel it? Is it the air shimmering, or is it my imagination?
Ah, okay. Who's that? I tried to help her, he said. Is that possible? Yes.
Your neighbors will be told that Mrs. Holmes is suffering from tuberculosis. It is common to move closer to the sea in such cases.
Thank you, Dr. Richter. No, Sherlock, step away from her. Upstairs, go to your room.
Lean on me, Mother. Take your time.
Actually, I never heard her coughing. I remember now.
We arrived in the early morning of a rainy day. Sherry's mother was weak and unsteady, so he tried to help her. Mycroft was very serious while dealing with luggage. When he saw Sherlock trying to help his mother up, he commanded him to go upstairs to our room. The last person to arrive was the doctor, Otto Richter, who said that the neighbors who believe that Violet has tuberculosis. Okay, Sherry just realized that he never heard her coughing.
Oh, I feel dizzy. It's stuffy in here, isn't it?
John, are you alright?
I'll be okay in a minute. How about we find our room in the meantime?
Okay. That's a good idea. What's happening with John? Do we lose our
Look at this. It's like travelling 10 years into the
imaginary
past with a
friend?
single step. Oddly satisfying. Sharp and well balanced. It would be a pity to leave such a tool behind. Sharp and well balanced. It would be a pity to leave such a tool behind. Need to repeat this one day, but with bullets. Oh, these must be the notes of my earliest observations. We wanted to locate a particular dog we'd spotted, and we met it, didn't we?
This time I was first to pick beds. This one's mine now. Oh, it reminds me of our neighbour. He had the same balloon in his yard, only bigger. Do you remember?
Yes. We visited him several times while living here.
Coal dust from Miner's End, sandy dirt from the old city. We scoured the island top to bottom for these soil samples.
The first chemical laboratory I ever made. I almost miss its elegant simplicity. Look at this, John. Remember how desperately I wanted to learn the violin? I never had a proper opportunity.
Such a shame. I always hated the rule about being silent in this place.
A magnificent tool made for a spurious purpose, staring into the sky. I've definitely found a better use for it.
You mean for spying on people?
in neighbors' bathrooms, right? So, Robinson
The only fiction
Crusoe.
book on my table. I can still hear my mother reading it to me. So many pleasant evenings were spent here with the Encyclopedia Americana. Interesting. What's that over there? This doorknob has a cross-shaped end. Too intricate to be merely a handle.
You know what? That definitely looks like a key. Let's poke around and see if we can find any secrets.
Let's look around to see if we can find any secrets.
Need to repeat this one day, but with bullets. Sharp and well balanced. It would be a pity to leave such a tool behind.
That's why we don't. Somewhere in our room, and he dares me to find it. Okay. In our room. That's a really good That's a very
Well, these must
good
be the notes of my earliest
hint.
observations. We wanted to locate a particular dog we'd spotted, and we met it, didn't we? Sharp and well balanced. It would
I
be a
needed to
pity
pin
leave such
this.
a tool behind.
Look at that. I think I found it.
Perfect match. My small archive of crime clippings. Maybe I should pick up this habit again. Still has a faint odour of tobacco, one of the few things on this island that smell like home. Still has a faint odour of tobacco, one of the few things on this island that smell like home. Still has a faint odour. Still has a faint odour. Made of cherry wood, father's favourite.
A small straight smoking pipe made of cherry wood that belonged to Sherry's late father, Sherlock Holmes. We had to hide it from Violet as she didn't know we stole it from his cabinet in London. The wood is old, its surface is worn from frequent use, but it has been well maintained. A faint scent of tobacco lingers. Sherlock has taken his father's pipe with him. I sense it carries considerable sentimental
I
value.
knew you'd find it in no time.
Hidden treasure. Nice.
Cannot believe all my toys are still here.
Hey, they were not just yours, they were half mine too.
Yes, but you're not
An
real.
artifact from Palau carved out of bone and claimed to be 300 years old. My mother proved it was a fake. My very favourite plaything. It was the perfect pirate treasure.
This time I was first to pick beds. This one's mine now.
I'll never forget how challenging it was to obtain this simple sketch. Sharp and well balanced, it would be a pity to leave such a tool behind.
Yes, but why won't you use it? Right, let's see. Now we have some more clues here. My imaginary friend, John. Mother died of tuberculosis, but she didn't have. Said it was what killed her. Okay, but his brother showed that she does not have. Mycroft lied. Mycroft hid the truth about the death of our mother and lied when he told me that she died of tuberculosis. Okay, there's for now nothing else I can deduct of this. We had a neighbor on the island that was friends with my family. Police reports about my mother's death are missing. Oh. While there are no records about my mother's death, we had a family friend on Cordona. He may know something. Okay.
Wasn't that neighbour missing a finger?
That does sound vaguely familiar. Wasn't his name, Theodore? Theodore Gilded, perhaps?
It's the perfect time to investigate.
It sure is. Looking for family friend. He used to live in one of the neighboring houses near the Greek bridge and he had a gas balloon in his yard. I saw a big ass balloon before when I've entered this house here. The manor. Sorry, it's not a house. There is the big ass balloon and it looks just like the one we just found. So this is the neighbor we're looking for.
That wretch Goliath would murder us all.
Mark my words.
Holy shit, what happened here?
Destruction and trampled ground.
It's as if a storm went through here.
Didn't we already have a gilded cage somewhere? No, for the birds was here. I thought this one was called something with cage. That's weird, okay.
Destruction and trampled ground.
Shit. And yeah, he's missing a finger.
A coal gas tank. Enough to pump up an airship. A sailor's knife useful for cutting wet and thick ropes. It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding. Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
Alright. Let's look at him.
Contortionist you were not. Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off. A missing pinky. Middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilded. A kneecap reduced to splinters. A belt from a dressing gown. Curious.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police.
So many questions. Seriously.
An amount of attention that most can only dream of. Didn't we get to fly in it as children? I doubt it could hold my weight today.
Of course it could. Why wouldn't it? Adult elephant. Alright, this game really likes to crash while I'm investigating, so I'm not sure what I... Okay, I've looked at this already. Very good, very good. Did I check this already? Ah, okay, it's saved at least. Very good.
A strong pull broke this leash.
Big as balls, so they kept an elephant in here, right? Training equipment.
A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence.
Good point.
This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation.
This is quite comfy.
Is that so? Okay, so what took place? Okay, I'm not sure just yet. I'm not sure if I should think that the elephant killed him. I think someone else was at play here. I would like to believe this course of events. If he would have been trampled by an elephant, there wouldn't be much left, but... his knee was reduced to nothing, basically, he said, right? Yeah, but in the end, the elephant trampled everything, right? Because there's this belt thingy. I don't think the footprints mean anything, to be honest, because it was held up in here, so yeah. Fine. Blood and saliva from an impact. I think it's that. But So, beside the shed containing the coal gas tank, someone fell and broke a flower pot. In the process, they dropped a bosun's knife commonly used among sailors. As unbelievable as it may be, Cordona is home to an elephant. The creature is large enough to have footprints 18 inches wide. I visited the house of an old family friend, discovered evidence of recent mayhem. The gate was broken from the inside. The body of a man was found in the enclosed pen of a large animal. His right hand is missing his little finger. It is Theodore Gilded. The man suffered so many lethal injuries and fractures that the exact cause of death is difficult to determine. His legs are mangled and bloody. A dressing gown belt was found on the body. Beside a small bottle of blood lay a bull hook. Though the instrument was unstained, with an immense pull, the animal broke the steel chain that restrained it. The shed holds a coal gas tank that appears operational. Someone fell there recently, hitting the wall and dropping their knife. It was not a soft landing. Elephant's Life. Jordan reminded me of a newspaper article from our childhood. It was the first time I had seen these beautiful creatures. I can check the newspaper's archive. It was a front page story written by a science journalist and would have been published 10 years ago. Okay. Well, yeah, he fell in the end, so I go with this.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Okay, so that basically means... So the elephant definitely ran. Maybe that? I'm really not sure about this.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Huh.
In a fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
Why not? Okay, let's try if we can find it. So guys, where did it go to?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I'll help you, sir. You have my full attention.
The elephant named Goliath crossed the Greek bridge in the direction of the forest where Theodore used to walk it. Crossed the Greek bridge in the direction of the forest. Is this the Greek bridge? Yeah. Okay, towards the forest. That's really helpful. Thank you. Oh, here we are. Elephant ran past, so we're correct here.
If an elephant falls in the forest and there's no one around to...
John, no.
You're such a killjoy.
Seriously, come on, that was fun. I mean, come on, it's a fucking elephant. It can't be too hard to find, right? Is it here at the ceremony place? Nope. Oh, there is something. Oh, why didn't I see that before?
Strange. It was hung with care. The game has escaped us for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
Dear Theodore, I am writing to you as a fellow islander. I value our friendship just as I value the lives of our people, although I am afraid this one-sided friendship cannot tie my hands any longer. I am being made to look weak in the eyes of your neighbors. They believe that your tree is a mockery and not a peace offering as you intended. The people are afraid. You refuse to give your elephant a proper trainer, instead using your own limited knowledge to teach it. It is an impossible situation. I admit that I did think of having the elephant forcibly taken and given to Miss Tailheart, who has shown that he is quite Mr. Tailheart, who has shown that he is quite capable of looking after the elephant bean. Although she is female and far less frightening than your beast, please reconsider the situation, Sir William Sinclair. Alright. Oh well. Right, found a pair of keys, then let's head back to his house. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, there you are already.
Oh, why do I get the worst jobs?
So, now we're inside. Do we need to pin anything? Nope.
Gosh, what a mansion.
Oh. That wasn't planned. Right, then let's head upstairs. Oh.
You. Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilded was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss...
Imogen Gilded. Please, I beg of you, find that dreadful beast that killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened.
Tell me everything you know.
Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never heard such a horrifying sound. My heart stopped. I knew something was wrong. I looked through my window and saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it. It dropped my father's body and charged outside, screaming. Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
That is a terrifying experience, Miss Gilded. I'm sorry you had to go through it.
Thank you. Goliath must be caught, Mr. Holmes.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gilded. I did have some questions for your father. Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to much of my father's life, and it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster.
Miss Gilded, I was on this island 10 years ago, and your father knew my mother. I believe I even had the opportunity to ride that balloon outside, but I do not recall seeing you.
I lived at my late mother's in Sheffield at the time. I'm in no spirit to reminisce right now. The elephant is out there.
You've never heard the name Violet Holmes before? Perhaps your father...
Please, Mr. Holmes. With that beast roaming free, I can't think of anything.
Very well.
Okay. Anyway.
I have to leave you for now.
I thought we found something that we could present to her, but apparently not. Oh. Ooh.
The nicest spot in the room. Mr. Gilded spent hours of his life right here.
Staring at an elephant's backside. What a wonderful life.
A relatively functional choice to replace the finger. Oh, the pungent stench of an animal.
Did Theodore seek some pink elephants with this?
Who knows? 1877.
I think they were closer than you and me, John.
I'm hurt.
$1868.
I think Miss Gilded has barely matured. What's so special about this place? Another elephant? A partnership annulled with a single stroke of a pen. A catchy title. I should take a photograph of the plans. I don't want to carry them around.
Very good plan. Ivory baths. Elephant's Man, a local wealthy resident, Theodore Gilded has purchased an Indian elephant from a traveling circus. Mr. Gilded commented, "It is a wonderful opportunity. There's no one on this island better suited to provide such a comfortable home for this elephant. It is a paradise for a noble creature. No longer will this animal be locked in a tent with clowns. He will be my companion from now on. My second child, and I will protect him. Don't be jealous, people of Cardona. I am your best citizen." Only time will tell if this is a midsummer madness or not. The neighboring elite of Cardona are shocked to read the news, and furthermore to hear the terrible trumpetings of the beast. but they are having to accept the eccentricity of one of Cordona's most powerful. Now we can all say that the richest of our islands have troubles to bear too, the same as the rest of
His
us.
second child, an apparent son and heir, I'd say.
Looks eccentric and smells eccentric.
From before Mycroft was born, our family loves to prod at the past. Mother. It's nice to see her young and smiling.
Holmes'
that a smile?
desire to rake up the past is
Quite the
hereditary.
spectrum. From the history of the Roman Empire to conspiracy theories of the French Revolution.
Looks eccentric and smells eccentric.
Alright. Okay, I can talk with people about this stuff right here. Okay. Maybe I can talk about this with her.
Who's a cute bird? Who's a cute bird?
She packed as much as she could carry.
Apparently.
The same dull poses on all romantic photographs. So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales.
Shit.
False idols? Oh, sounds utterly dreary.
Hey, Sherry, we need to talk.
You found false idols. We need to find the remaining two.
What does bazooka even mean? Would this paper be good for anything but blowing one's nose on?
They're not rubbish, Sherry. There's something more. I'm serious.
Very well. I doubt it'll be worth it, but I will find them for you, John.
You'll thank me later. They're some of the most imaginative books I've ever read.
What did you say?
Speaking aloud helps me think. A commendable effort to barricade the windows.
Oh shit.
I found this. Who's this young lad next to you, your faithful knight?
Paul. He's my pirate. He's not really a pirate. I just call him that. It probably sounds very silly.
Your secret is safe in my hands. Does Paul work somewhere? What is his surname?
His name is Paul Perks. He and his yacht Whirlpool are the champions of the Salacia Yacht Club. He sails there. I'll show you where it is on the map if you need to meet him.
A yachting champion? Well, that will be a first. I prefer dry land. And so does my suit.
Nice.
Swift, is this name familiar to you? Your father had it removed from this plan.
Oh, that's Arthur Swift. I've seen him a couple of times here. He works with my father in the old city, digging up something ancient.
He is an archaeologist?
That's the word, yes. But to be truthful, I really don't think Mr. Swift is fit to be one. I've just learnt a lot about archaeology from my favourite book series. Oh, they are page-turners.
Inspirational, I'm sure, but would you happen to know where this Mr. Swift might be found?
I don't, but perhaps you can find out somewhere. My father's work with him is all official. Lots of boring legal papers with signatures and stuff.
These bags of yours, it looks as if you've packed your entire room. Were you planning on going somewhere?
My partner and I, we wanted a change, a fresh start abroad. But now I have to stay here. Here, an orphan.
And, which part of the elephant is in here? It's quite pungent.
Oh, that. It's elephant sweat. Father believed that it might replace traditional ambergris.
Well, that's true entrepreneur spirit.
That's very, very positively talked.
Had Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean?
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl, and my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy, Mr. Holmes. It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
Can imagine.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay. I didn't see anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast. I'm afraid I can't add anything useful. I don't have any thoughts on this.
How can you read something like this? It's hard to swallow, and that's not due to the hard cover.
You're hardly serious. Any library without Nabe and Laura is incomplete. If you can read, then these books are an absolute must. Love and adventure. They're about life.
Oh, I wasn't aware that exploding pyramids were a part of daily life on Cordona.
You haven't seen life, so you might try reading about it at least.
Right, new location, the Yacht Club. Ooh, garden decorations trader. Okay, that's new. And there's the Yacht Club right next to it. Good. So I really want to check out this trader now first, and then I would say we will end this episode right here. Okay, we have some evidence to pin. We still have to go to the archives, the newspaper's archive. Okay. Okay, and I really wanted to switch clothes. So let's go in here for a quick second.
Garments on the island.
I can switch clothes here, right? So, it was funny while it lasted, but I think I really want to change now. Alright guys, now we'll look a little bit more fancy again. And I would say we will end this episode right here. We continue a Gilded Cage and hopefully a Mother's Love in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, and then I will see you in the next video. See ya.